Welcome back to your weekend edition of Memory Leak.
Damn, you told them. You just had to tell them that we did this late. Damn.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Everybody's late once in a while.
Yeah, some people are late chronically.
People are late because they're expecting a child.
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
That's unimportant.
I'm gonna...
Biology lesson for today.
There you
complete.
go. I'm not gonna worry about that. And I know you've got things going on in your life, so...
Who are we? We're Memory
It's
Leak.
Memory Leak. Whoa.
It's a podcast about games.
Whoa.
Simple as that.
And only like 4 people listen to it, but that's all right. Those 4 people,
It's not for them.
we're helping you.
It's
No.
for us.
Well, yeah, honestly, it is for us. We're going to go back in like 10 years and be like,
For our brains.
we're fucking idiots. Why did we do this?
You know, it will
But-
be interesting once we've done this. It's almost been 2 years.
It's been, was it 2022 or 2021? I thought it was end of
It might
21.
have been 3 years.
It might have been end of 21 because that's when
coming up on 3 years.
the Matrix
yeah.
movie came out, right?
Yeah, Matrix 4.
Yeah, so it was end of 21 because it was around
Shit.
then. Because I remember we were in TO3
Yeah, we were in the proper
and the green
room.
and the lights were green.
Yeah.
We were watching the Matrix in there. Yeah. So, well, everybody was in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to look back at the first one
Yeah.
once we hit 10 years.
Oops. 10 years. All right. What are we talking about today?
Quick intro.
Yeah, wait. Hold on.
My name's Benjamin Harrison to Benjamin.
And my name is Geron. Geron, and
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have a president named after you yet.
I won't until I am the president, which I can run for next year.
That's right.
As of next year, you know, the next election after that, I just have to kill DJT and it'll be
Digit?
surefire. Yeah, sure. Digit, we'll call him that.
That's a Kojima-ass name for him.
Yeah. Oh my god. No. But okay. What happened yesterday? There was
we talked about things like this, probably this specific event in the past. Summer Games Fest.
Summer Games Fest.
E3 replacement.
One of many parts of the E3 replacement. I would
Yeah.
not call this a fucking E3 replacement by any means.
Well, it's the closest thing that unfortunately the kids these days are going to get because E3, as we know and love, is never coming back ever.
Right,
again.
that's gone. E3 is gone.
The idea of
I'm
a
pissed.
consumer expo for games and game technology is pretty much toast.
Yeah, I missed my opportunity to go for a low cost because the stipulation was that I'd have to work it if I
Ooh.
went, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going all the
Might be worse.
Yeah, I think that would sour my experience outside of telling people, hey, Fallout 4 is coming out. But
Giggity.
yeah, so Summer Games Fest, we had the PlayStation State of Play last week. Summer Games Fest was this week, and then tomorrow is actually the Microsoft thing.
Right. I think that's arguably going to be more interesting.
That'll probably be more interesting in the case that Microsoft has been having some weird times lately.
That's what I mean.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. The impact of it.
Yeah, I want to know like what they're doing and
Not
what
even
they
so much the
think
content
that we
of
should
it,
know.
but
Right.
like the overall impact and
Yeah.
like sort of state of affairs as a company.
Like, will they say something that makes all the online gamers say, hey, they've actually got some stuff coming down the pipeline. We can stop acting up about them having
Firing
a
a bunch of
console that
people.
actually has, firing a bunch of people. Fuck that. That's fucked. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about them having, quote unquote, no games, which they don't have a lot to themselves, but they have, their console has games on it. Their platforms have games on them.
Speaking of, did you hear the weird rumor about Halo?
Yeah, coming to PS5.
Yeah, remaster.
First game being remastered again and being dropped on PS5. Rumor or otherwise, I think that should happen.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
I think they should say fuck it.
Abandon hardware.
Abandon having exclusives are quote unquote important, I guess. But if you have an opportunity, if you have the ability to publish your game on more than one platform at this point, no one's going to be upset that. Well, okay, let me back up. Plenty of weirdos are going to be upset that Halo 1 is on PlayStation. But why the fuck shouldn't it be at this point? Just put
they've already opened Pandora's box of putting their first party games on PS5.
On PS5 specifically, they already have some games on Xbox, on Switch.
Yeah.
On what planet would Halo 1 not run on Switch?
Yeah.
So honestly, if they're going to put it on PS5, just fucking let it rip. Because if it's got crossplay with Master Chief Collection on the other platforms, maybe great. If it doesn't, whatever. But no reason to be locked up.
I mean,
in Xbox
exclusives
prison.
are continuing to die out as
like
concept.
a concept. Yeah.
It's really just Nintendo, but it's because Nintendo's playing a completely different game anyway.
Yeah, Nintendo is on a completely different planet, and it's a planet that 100% works for them specifically.
Yeah.
And if they change it, it's because something went wrong.
Right.
At this point, nothing's going wrong, despite what everybody, what all the weirdos online like to say.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo perception is cyclical as always.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're
sure,
the
next
best
generation,
thing ever. They're not. They're,
end of Switch 2, people are gonna be like, Nintendo's fucking dead. The console after Switch 2 is probably gonna be something weird that like abandons everything that they did, and it's gonna be a very questionable decision.
Yeah,
and then everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, Nintendo's going bankrupt
when they have like stockpiles of money to last them for 50 years.
Yeah,
without, or it was like 25 years without profit or something like that. More than
20. Yeah,
yeah. It's like, they'll be all right. Just if you like their stuff, buy it. If you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. But on the subject of stuff that was announced.
Yeah.
Let me start.
Yeah, you go. I have a whole list here. Did you watch the whole thing?
No.
I didn't either.
It started while I was still at work.
You know what was interesting is I feel like for Jeff Keighley, knowing what he's like as a person, as like basically a hype man marketer type guy.
Yeah.
Even he came out before and was like, "Oh, we don't really have like."
He outright in an interview with somebody was just like kind of a light year. We're gonna highlight a lot of smaller developers and everything this time, which is great.
Which is like a wild thing to admit ahead of time.
Yeah,
like way to kill any kind of buzz.
See, I think he's probably personally had it because he gets money from people just wanting to have their shit in there.
Yeah, I mean there was the whole leak from Kotaku about how much it costs.
It's like
$250K,
to have trailers in this shit,
somewhere between 250 to 500K as a marketing budget, which for large companies isn't that crazy for a marketing budget,
right? It's going to be part of your whole marketing extravaganza anyway.
Fucking tax write-off. Let's be honest,
right? So it started. At least the first thing that I learned about from this thing was Street Fighter 6's next season of DLC.
Yep, season 2. Street
Fighter 6 is a really good fucking game. I thought I had specific problems with it, which I do, but those are more like me problems than they are with the game. Like the drive system, it's not something that I'm used to having. So I play the game like it's Street Fighter 2 sometimes, where there's no meter except for the super, if anything. And I play this is going to be esoteric as fuck. I play old Ken in Street Fighter 2 Turbo more often than I play Guile, who has a super meter. And old Ken does not have a super meter. So I'm just sitting there playing Street Fighter 2 with no bar. Street Fighter 6 has a lot of bars, a lot of things you got to worry about.
Pure fundies.
Yeah. Well, if you want to call Street Fighter 2 pure fundamentals, then whatever. But the Street Fighter 6 is getting another season of DLC. Akuma just came out, so the first season was 4 characters. The next one is
presumably 4 characters.
The last one was 4 characters.
Right.
The next one, the next one's probably going to be 4 characters.
They
showed
that
everybody.
It's going to be the end, but they also
I don't
reason to assume.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a Smash Brothers situation where we get a
secret
Sora at the end of it. I think they're gonna there's gonna be a season 3 and a season 4 and a season 5,
right.
I presume. But in this particular season, the 4 characters are M. Bison, which I was hoping they would keep dead, but they put out a gameplay.
What do you mean, when you say keep dead, like from the story of 5?
From the story perspective of Street Fighter, he dies multiple times. He gets new bodies.
Yeah.
And
he's like a cyborg, right?
He's not he's just a psycho. Like his energy is called psycho power.
Yeah.
And like some characters exist because they were going to be bodies for him. Like Cammy was going to be a body for him.
Oh, that's right.
Jury was going to be a body for him, I think. Seth.
That's what the movie's about, right?
No.
It's not?
Which movie?
I don't know, one of them.
No, not really.
None of them.
But Rose was going to be a body for him too. But he blah 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 blah. In Street Fighter 5, the shitty ass story mode, he dies for good. Is what you think is going to happen. So they replaced him with with JP, who was literally Bison's accountant.
That's really funny.
He appeared to be he's the main villain of the World Tour mode in Street Fighter 6. Like that's the single player story mode. And I was hoping They would
was
roll.
JP in 5?
JP was not in 5. JP was brand new to 6.
So he dies in 5, and then 6, they're like, all right, new villain.
New character. Yeah, and because 6 was having 6 has all the original 8 characters from Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2, and then a lot of new characters that might be related to other characters from the Street Fighter universe or their own thing. But either way, I was enjoying that we were getting a lot of new characters.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that like the last DLC pack had 1 brand new character in it and 2 Street Fighter 5 characters in it. This new pack has Bison, who looks cool. He's from Street Fighter 2
again. He
does
look cool. He looks different from any other.
The gameplay looks great. So I don't really mind that he's
got like
back again.
A horseman vibe
Yeah,
going on.
He's got a fucking like berserk ass fucking Hokuto no Ken shit going on. Then another returning character is Elena from Street Fighter 3. She's African. She's African. She has a capoeira, which is, now I think about it.
She was only in 3. I don't know if that was from in the others. Africa.
She was only in the 3. Okay. Well, she was in 4.
Oh, okay.
She showed up at the end of 4 in Ultra Street Fighter 4 because she was in Street Fighter Cross Second, and they put some of those characters in 4. Oh, okay. And then she actually ruined the meta of 4 because she has healing. Oops. But she like that'll be cool to have her back. I don't like playing that character necessarily, mainly because she's really like tall and lanky. So like I said in the group chat, it feels like when I'm playing as her, like she's getting away from me, like I'm losing control of the character. But you know, who knows? Maybe the systems in Street Fighter 6 might make that more fun for me. But the other 2 characters kind of like I have mixed feeling. 2 of them.
I don't know who the other one was.
Oh,
I know Terry.
See, Mai is also from KOF.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're both from Art of Fighting specifically.
That's pretty weird.
So I'm weird about that because I
feel like just Terry would have been probably enough, I guess.
Yeah, I think.
I'm assuming Mai has never been in a Street Fighter game.
Mai has never been in a Street Fighter game. Terry nor Mai have been in a game called Street Fighter, but they have been in like Capcom versus SNK. Yeah, Smash. Well, Mai hasn't been in Smash because she had
a spirit.
Not even as a spirit.
Oh, she was
her Bojanglins are too much for that game, so they didn't put her in at all. But I was hoping Street Fighter 6 would go by without a single guest character. I think guest characters in certain games are cool. I think we're at a point where it's a little played out because there's so many games that there's so many games that have that. Like Tekken 7 had Akuma in the story.
Fortnite has made it an expectation.
Yeah, there's Fortnite, but like Tekken 7 had Akuma in like canon to the story.
Noctis
had fucking
Negan
from Walking Dead and Geese Howard, which Geese being in there is cool. Geese is also from not Art of Fighting. I said Art of Fighting. It's from Fatal Fury.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You see, the funny part is KOF is actually a crossover fighting game.
Interesting.
Between the SNK games.
I see.
Like Metal Slug and shit like that is in there too. And not Commando. Ikari Warriors and stuff like that. So Street Fighter often has a lot of characters from different, like that touch different Capcom franchises.
Yeah.
Or series, things like that. And I was hoping they would do that again with 6, where they have so many different characters that they could bring in, returning or new, whatever, that could connect to other Capcom things or just be brand new entirely. That I think a guest character is, I usually don't feel this way, but are actually taking slots from characters that could and should be in. Because now half of the next season are Mai and Terry from another game series when it could have been, you know, somebody that had something to do with like Captain Commando maybe, or Bionic Commando, or maybe even like a Resident Evil taste or Mega Man or something like that. Not even the characters from those specifically, but characters that kind of have a link to another, whatever, but have a link to another Capcom world. And I think that would have been perfect for Street Fighter 6, especially when it comes to like the longevity of the relevance of the game. I feel like crossover characters make it difficult to keep a game, like keep a game's identity. It affects the game's identity. Like Smash Brothers, that's the entire game. Like the original stuff in Smash Bros is weird, like taboo. Shit's weird. KOF is the way it is because it's all SNK stuff. But then whenever I think of fighting EX Lair, it's the game that's full of the characters that were in Street Fighter EX, like in their home game, which nobody realizes they had a home game. And then there's Terry in that too. And now all
Terry's
I can think of is Terry. Yeah. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid had a Chun-Li Ranger and a Ryu Ranger, and like they're really good in those games.
Yeah.
And so then you go to those games and like, oh, I recognize those. Now I'm no longer playing Power Rangers. I'm playing Street Fighter.
Yeah. I'm playing Street Fighter that happens to have a shit ton of Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
so now SF6 is the one with Terry.
SF6 is like, depending on how they implement them, is it going to be like bringing like a KOF player is now just playing KOF in Street Fighter,
or like against a whole new roster of characters? I mean, it's hard because I imagine, it remains to be said what the gameplay is going to be like. Yeah. But I have to imagine that the reason, like what you're saying right now, is like a different fighting game style and player now just playing the same game but in a different game. Yeah, increases like from a marketing and sales. Yeah, because now you increase your
who's like willing to touch it.
Exactly.
That I completely understand that. Yeah. I 100% understand that. But wasn't that what modern controls are for? Like, wasn't there, like is this not one of the best selling Street Fighter games? But yeah. Honestly, this is probably the plan. Has been the plan for years. So I can't. Honestly, the characters are probably going to come out, and I'm going to be like, "Oh shit, they're actually fun as shit." Yeah. So never mind. Forget what I said. But yeah, no, I have KOF 15 if I want to play those characters.
That's true. When did that come out again?
KOF 15 came out in 2022.
Oh, that's pretty new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it 21? I'm pretty sure it was 22.
Damn.
But
Bison looks cool though.
Even though, yeah, in the end, the game's been great. All the characters have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think take it's away gonna, from that.
Yeah, I think
it like breaks the meta.
Exactly. I don't want a situation where a guest character is the best character in the game and everyone's
for sure. Yeah,
that.
I don't think anybody wants that. Yeah, I think even Capcom would be like.
Yeah, I mean Capcom, of course, wouldn't want that.
Yeah,
but okay, so that's my feelings on that. I'm glad that season's coming out, and Bison actually comes out at the end of the month, so it's already getting started.
Yeah.
But what else was there? Let's continue.
Lego Horizon Adventures.
Crazy.
Funny.
That is on anything but PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you say that because there's two lenses here that make it particularly funny. One is that it's a Lego game.
Yeah.
And that for whatever reason, Horizon, of all the video game tie-ins, is the one that gets a Lego game first. I don't think there's any other video game franchise that has a Lego version.
Rock Band. There's a Lego Rock Band.
There's a Lego Rock Band video game?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that one's probably the first one. Sure,
but like almost a different thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
But so that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
And then as you mentioned, the fact that it's a PS5 franchise that's now on Switch and PC. I mean, it was already on PC, but the fact that it's on Switch is like,
there's a Switch version.
People are like, who is this for?
Random.
I'll tell you who it's for because people don't seem to understand. Yeah. They're like, oh, the audience of Horizon fans and then the audience of Lego and Switch
the Lego games.
And like kids fans. Like, there's no overlap. That's the point. There is no overlap. This is making overlap.
They need to,
to bring people
create the
and
overlap.
Sell. It's a marketing thing.
Exactly.
It's purely a marketing thing.
So, I mean, it's a cool idea, and
it looks fun.
The more
it looks
there's
as
so
fun
much
as other Lego games.
It's crazy how much Horizon content there is. Like
there is
out there. There's VR. There's two main games. There's DLC. There's
those teams work. Like they put in the work to evolve the ways that people can touch the franchise.
Yeah. Yep.
Surprised there hasn't been an anime adaptation yet.
I'm surprised. Yeah. In fact, wasn't she fucking Aloy is in Genshin Impact?
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Right. But yeah.
There's a few other things that Aloy's in.
Yeah, she's
as
in
like a guest
couple
character.
Of different things, yeah.
I can't remember though.
But the gamers are upset that she has a little bit of peach fuzz on her face.
They're upset by that. I also saw a couple of comments. There's a couple of comments that I found funny where like, oh, this game is full of industry plants. Where it's like nobody ever talks about this game. Nobody likes this game, but yet it gets all these things. It's like, dog. That's because the people. This is like one of those quintessential audiences that like play the game and it's fun.
Yeah,
it's not going to change your world. It's not like a Breath of the Wild type game. It's fun. It's satisfying. Mm-hmm. and it sells a lot. It's got like 30 million in franchise sales or something.
Yeah,
which is big for a first party PS5 game.
It's a perfectly fine
and like
set of games.
The people that do play and buy these games just don't. They're not the people that talk about.
Yeah, they're enjoying it.
They're
and they move
normie
on.
motherfuckers. Yeah. They're not going on Twitter and they're not like not doing all that weird shit.
Right.
So like people don't get that. They're like oh well, if there's no discourse about these games,
then there must be something wrong with it.
Yeah, then it must be
no.
It must be a fake franchise.
Motherfuckers, fucking weird. That's the first time I've actually heard that.
Yeah,
but
I'm in some weird deep circles, and it provides me with some interesting, and entertaining takes.
Yeah, entertaining. Yeah, worrisome.
No, that's fine.
Slightly,
that's fine. People can think what they want. You know.
There's something else I'm going to say about it, but I can't remember now. With the Lego Deku Tree coming out, Now Zelda has a Lego something.
I know.
It would be nice to get a because I didn't like Cadence of Hyrule, but I'm interested in the idea of like side games that are not from
Nintendo. In the Zelda universe.
Yeah, like a Lego.
Is that just because you don't like Necrodancer?
I don't like the gameplay of Necrodancer.
Okay. Yeah.
I like the idea.
Cadence of Hyrule is actually like very well executed for what it is.
I couldn't.
Like the polish is good.
Yeah, I find playing it really, really irritating. So I just
That's fine.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do this one. I wish I could, but imagine like a Lego Zelda game that kind of takes you through bits and pieces of each of the games that, or some of the games that exist. And hopefully they would, because it's Lego, hopefully they wouldn't just bias it to the 3D games, because the 2D games would look good with Lego shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just have different Links doing different shit.
Do like a Link's Awakening situation, which is like one step removed from a toy box feel anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It'd be good. Yeah, I mean, I guess the fact that there is already Lego sets of Horizon, like a bunch of Horizon
yeah, that's what I was
helps
thinking.
Pave the way. Yeah. So, Nintendo is the only other big company that's sort of in bed with Lego from a video game perspective.
Yeah,
so.
Well, Sega.
Oh yeah, Sega.
But
which they also have,
Sega's already had like
they've had some Sonic stuff. I think it's a Roblox
Lego
thing,
Worlds or something, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
it's Lego Dimensions.
That's true. They have Lego
something
Dimensions.
Like that. And you could buy Sega like Sonic sets.
Yeah,
specifically for that.
And there's a Lego Sonic skin for Superstars.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Like the Lego stuff in Sonic are pretty well integrated, actually.
Yeah.
Which perfect. That actually makes a ton of sense to me.
Especially for the Sonic brand.
It makes the most sense to me. So I'm surprised there's no Lego like Mario and Mario Wonder or something like that.
I am also surprised by that, especially with like the fact that we've got like, I feel like Mario Maker would be a good type of
I think that would be more so.
If they do some kind of like integration or like overlap there, like Lego Mario Maker or something.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised the movie didn't have like a little Mario, like Lego,
little Lego
pop
Mario
up
version.
somewhere. Yeah.
Probably in Mario 2, the second movie.
Yeah, maybe.
I can run down this list. There's a lot of shit that was touched on.
Yeah.
A lot of shit that I didn't care about.
Yeah, frankly. There's a lot of stuff I just couldn't.
It's kind of the same situation
well up any excitement
with the
for.
State of Play.
Yeah.
It's just like very few and far between. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. I am surprised it took this long to get a Quidditch related thing.
Another one.
Is there already
There's
one?
a GameCube game, at GameCube, Xbox, PS2 called Quidditch World Cup. It was a Quidditch like sports game.
Well, there you go. This is memory leak.
But it's been there you go. It's been like 20 years though, and I'm honestly on that. I don't give a shit about Harry Potter at this point.
People love Quidditch though. Like people. When I was in college, there was a like not varsity but like intramural Quidditch team that would play on the fucking
would they like run with the broomsticks,
and I would just go into like my actual sport practice and just be like, man, what the fuck is this?
Be shaved and everything, ready to swim with your fucking cap on, like these fucking
I'm not
nerds.
walking through the quad with my cap on, but
I'm just saying,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Cap being a swimmer.
I'm surprised there aren't more sports related Quidditch fucking games.
I'm surprised there hasn't
very gamey element of Harry Potter.
That there's only been two that are named Quidditch in any way. Maybe there's more that I don't know about, or maybe there's like Quidditch mini games and other. I know the Lego Harry Potter games actually do have Quidditch sequences.
Yeah.
So, but
Star Wars Outlaws got a new trailer.
Ubisoft, right?
Ubisoft.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Simply do not give a shit.
It's the same shtick.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be good. Maybe the story will be good. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Quick plug for Star Wars Hunters though, because that just came out.
Go ahead. You can plug Star Wars blank on Switch.
Yeah, Star Wars Hunters on Switch and phone.
Yeah.
It's cross-play, cross-prog. Same account system that ties it together. Surprisingly fun. 4v4 Overwatch style. Much smaller maps. Much faster games. by nature of being a mobile game first, it was tested in China on phones only for like a long fucking time.
I didn't realize that.
Like more than a year, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's been that we've been waiting for it. It kept getting delayed and delayed.
Because they were, okay.
And there's like 14 characters. There's some clever shit in there. Like my favorite is this character that's literally just two Jawas standing on each other's shoulders.
You were talking about that.
I like him. It's got the pig Mandalorian dude that hacked Droideka and he's riding inside it. Jedi robot droid dude named J3DI. Like spelled Jedi, but like with numbers.
What the fuck? I didn't know about that.
Like there's clever, funny stuff.
Is that the thing that's on the icon? Okay.
So he's one of the playable characters. It's got a Sith chick who's like a normal Sith chick.
Yeah.
Bounty hunters, Mandalorian guy. Yeah, so it's fun. Just no reason not to play. It's free to play.
Yeah, I'll try it one day.
It's got some microtransaction slime over it, as you would expect for a mobile game, but it's free to play and it's fun enough.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
I think it's more fun than Overwatch because being 4v4, you actually like have
feel
some
like you have
amount of impact.
That's what you were saying. Yeah, you feel like you're not just like watching for other people.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the shitty game. Like I just really cannot stand the game modes in Overwatch.
Okay.
The fact that it's only the point progression mode where it's like you have to take the points progressively into their base.
Yeah.
Or payload are like the only two things that I ever play on Overwatch. Maybe it's changed since the last few years.
No.
But in Hunters, they've got just like standard 25-person killed elimination deathmatch. They've got King of the Hill with like 3 points that you hold.
Yeah.
No fucking tiebreaker bullshit. As soon as somebody hits 100, it's over.
It doesn't
matter if you're in the process of capturing a point.
Yeah.
It's
just like fuck off.
Next. Just fucking go. And then it's got a what's the thing called where you have to hold? They have this mode in Halo or Halo 2 where you hold the thing. You got to protect the person holding the thing.
What the fuck is that?
And it's like you hold it for 100 seconds.
It's like you hold the skull, but I forget
it's the
what.
Skull. Yeah, it's the skull.
I forget they call it something.
It's called something
is it
like
Death
that.
Ball or is it? Yeah, something like that. It's like
anyway, they have that
Griff
mode.
Ball maybe.
And so that's it.
Yeah,
just a bunch of different maps. It's like it's mild fun,
Yeah, mild fun. It's free, so I can't. Yeah. Mild fun is all you can really ask for, can't you?
Yeah. Black Myth Wukong got a release date finally.
Yep, I think
people have been tracking that one for a long ass time.
Yeah, it looked really good to me when they revealed it the first time. At this point, I'm kind of like, it's out of my head.
Yeah, like you've the hype is
it's sizzled. Came and went. I don't. If the game comes out and it's great, then cool, okay. But I don't know much about it.
I've almost felt weird when the game was first released, just because to your point, it was released so early, that you could tell it was like tech demo-y.
Right? Yeah,
like,
that's true.
It looks like a fake game to me.
Yeah.
Like I saw the trailer when it first came out, I was like, this almost doesn't even look like a real game. It looks more just like a showcase of technology.
Of the visuals
I feel like
and everything.
This is going to be a game that never comes out. Like for sure. Like, that was my
like one of those PS3
thought.
games that fucking. It looked good. I think it probably still looks good. It looks like it's an action game.
Yeah.
So it's something I'd be interested in, but I need to see.
Yeah, that one's on my radar.
Yeah.
They have an indie game by the Grease devs. Do you remember Grease? It's on Switch. It's on everything at this point.
Oh, GRIS. Yeah. I was thinking Grease like GREASE. It's like the fucking
no, like
I know what you mean.
Grease was
with the side scroller, the girl with the
blue hair, and
with
the theming on colors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a new game. Looks nice. So probably similar situation. Yeah. More of a art type game than a game. Called Neva. So that one is interesting. Civ 7.
Cool, great.
Yeah, another Civ game.
Yeah, more. It's always going to be a
6 though.
Yeah, 6 has been around for a while. It's been on everything. I think it came out in like 2018.
Yeah, it's been more than 5 years for sure.
Yeah,
I remember going to Colorado when Civ 6 came out, and I had on my laptop. We did.
Oh damn! It's 90. It came out on console. No, it came out on Switch in 2018, and then it came out on PS4 and Xbox One in 2019. But it originally came out in 2016. So it's pretty old.
2016.
It's pretty old
PC,
now, yeah.
It's kind of funny that came out on Switch before the other consoles.
Yeah, but the port was done by Aspyr, and they usually they're like focused on that, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Not to mention a portable is always the best place for something like this.
It's true.
In my opinion.
I mean, especially a game like that, anything that you're going to be playing online or like have to do hot seat, that it's like you need a form factor. You need something to be able to put down.
And it is. If you want to play Civilization 6,
so fucking long.
Yeah. If you are interested in Civilization 6 on Steam, how much do you think it is right now?
Is it on sale?
Yeah. How much do you think?
$10.
Take another guess.
Higher or lower?
Just take another guess.
$20?
Wrong. $2.99.
$2?
So if you want it, I might get it myself too.
Holy shit. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I already have it on Steam.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's one of those games that does go on deep discounts and progressively gets deeper over time.
Yeah.
So if you don't have it at this point, it's just because you don't want
Because you don't want it.
It's not because the price is the issue. Like everybody that wants to have ever touched the game even remotely, like has it at this point.
Yeah. Civ 3 is 99 cents right now.
It's funny.
Yeah. In fact, let's see how much it is on the other platforms. But yeah, let's continue.
Yeah. Other announcements or recaps. These weren't necessarily like new announcements, but just reminders and or release date notifications. Metaphor ReFantazio.
Yeah, I want to see more of it. It looks good.
Yeah.
There's not much more to say about it than that. It's
they're cool that they're using Persona shit into it.
Persona stuff, but it's like using artists and different what's it called? Like a lot of the monsters are based on different what artist was it? It's a particular artist who did some like surrealism. They take the surreal,
Yeah, weren't they the ones on stage with Jeff?
What, the artists?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like historical art. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I'm talking about yeah.
I'm from like
I'm talking about like paint, shit like that. Like certain surrealism is used as
interesting.
The inspiration for the monsters.
I'm not surprised. You
it's perfectly
see the classical or romantic era art. That's fucking great
on everything.
$3
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I guess go buy Civ 6 now if you want it.
It is $3.
Batman Arkham Shadow for the Meta Quest.
Funny. I'm probably not going to get to play it. If I do, Arkham VR on PS4 was cool.
What was it like?
It was kind of like an amusement park ride for the most part. It was the first game I ever experienced dying in VR.
Huh.
And I was like, oh, I don't like getting shot at. I don't like getting fucking killed in VR.
That's probably a normal reaction.
Yeah, it's a very normal reaction. I'm glad I'm a human, but that made me feel gross. The screen just turns red, and I'm like, what do I do?
It's like
dead.
The blood's coming down your eyes.
Like that. But Arkham VR was cool. It was, speaking of surrealism, it took advantage of the kind of hallucinogenic things that were going on toward the end of Arkham City and in Arkham Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a fun experience. It's on PC and PS4 now. But Arkham Shadow, I didn't even look at. Arkham Shadow's in a weird position because Arkham Knight has a pretty definitive ending. And then Suicide Squad came out and fucked that ending up.
Oops. It fucked a lot of things up.
Yeah, it fucked a lot of things up. But it particularly fucked up the Arkham mythos, like the ending of that. Right. So now we're getting another Arkham game. And I don't know anything about what the fuck it's like. Do you play as the successor?
I didn't even watch the demo.
Okay. Yeah, that's my fault. Or not my fault. That's like we need to...
We'll see. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going down this list.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Funny game.
The next, what is it, a Budokai?
It's just new. It's just a new...
I feel like they actually said that it was like, the next installment of whatever this gameplay type is.
Did they? My assumption was they were like...
it was like Budokai Tenkaichi Returns or something.
Yeah, it's like a successor to that, but isn't like necessarily in that series either.
Yeah, so that comes out October 11th.
Yeah, that game's going to be funny. I'm not going to get it, of course, but I think...
wow, of course.
Oh, taking place on the 4th of July, 2 years after Arkham Origins. So
it's more of a prequel?
Yeah, but weird, because... it gives him an excuse to use the Roger Craig Smith Batman instead of... because fucking... what's his name? The fuck is his name?
The voice actor?
The voice actor for...
Who died?
Yeah, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, I wish he didn't say the voice actor who died, because we should be able to pull that name out immediately.
Yeah.
But so this actually has nothing to do with Arkham Knight. So
that's good.
Yeah.
For the best. Mecha Break.
Looks very cool looking
interesting.
Game.
Yeah. Beta test in August, which is cool.
Yep.
The combat, the whole shtick of it being like PvEVP.
Yeah.
Stupid acronym, but it's funny.
But yeah, I mean,
concept.
Mech stuff is cool.
Yeah.
So More mech shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind.
That game looks interesting.
What's your hesitation?
I'm just wary because there was another Power Rangers beat 'em up that came out some years ago that was not very good.
Which one?
I forget what it's called. Let's look it up.
I like that it's all 5 characters. You know, they are taking this sort of Shredder's Revenge approach.
Yeah,
put all 5 fucking Power Rangers on the screen and have a good time.
It's definitely. Oh, it was fucking Power Rangers Mega Battle. This game is dog shit. Dog shit.
I kind of remember that one. That was a couple years. That was fairly recent.
That was 2017. So
fairly recent. Yeah. Yes.
The
7 years. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I remember that one coming out though.
Yeah, this game is butthole, and all the characters have big heads and shit ass.
Yeah.
But the new game has like a Super Nintendo, like a Neo Super Nintendo aesthetic. It's 5 players at least, but there's a scene where they're on the roller coaster, and the roller coaster has 6 cars. One of them is green, so I assume you unlock Tommy.
Oh yeah,
or you unlock or he's DLC, but Tommy's going to be in the game.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Right.
Yeah. So if it's 5 players, cool. If it's 6 players, like Shredder's Revenge was, great, because that means 6 players local on Switch again.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah, that game looks like it's going to be fun. All the impact of the attacks and everything looks good. I just need to know if it's how simple or how let me back up. How simple or how complex the game can be. If it's just like a nostalgia thing or if it's actually being made as a fun,
do we know who's
lasting
making
beat 'em
it?
up. Digital Eclipse is. And Digital Eclipse make the re-release collections of like.
Oh, okay.
They did a Cowabunga collection. They did the Street Fighter collection.
Right.
So they've know how to do. They've been around these games for a long time.
They've seen the code.
Yeah.
They've seen what they're made of. They've seen the DNA firsthand. So hopefully they can take that and run with it.
Do it. Yeah, they can do it for real. Like do it themselves. Make their own thing with it.
Yeah. Sonic X Shadow Generations collection.
For some reason, there's some running joke that I'm a huge, enormous Sonic fan. It's not true. I don't know where that came from, but Sonic Generations, the original one, is really good.
It is.
So I'm interested in this
Sonic
game.
Mania, that's the best Sonic game from the last like 15 years.
Yeah. I think adding the shadow stuff is just cool to have new content at all.
Right.
There were the appearance in like an image that was posted of Chow that were not there before.
Yeah.
So there might be some kind of Chow shit.
Chow garden.
And I know people have been begging for a Chow garden, so this would be the perfect way to put it back in there, though I still think it should be a mobile game.
Wait, what did you just say about mobile game?
I think Chow should have had like a phone game.
Didn't we talk about the Chow thing?
We've talked this
about how it doesn't even really necessarily make sense to have a standalone Chow thing.
Oh, how it doesn't make sense to have a Chow thing.
Because the whole point of the Chow thing is it's like a break from the main.
Yeah. But like with the amount of
but I guess a mobile game is intended like that. It's like you're on the train. You got 5 minutes. Let me see what's up.
Yeah.
Tamagotchi style.
Tamagotchi? Damn, this dude's white as hell. But yeah.
What do you mean?
Tamagotchi.
Instead of Tamagotchi.
That's not what I'm.
What are you insinuating?
It's just, I don't know. Usually when I hear people say like Tamagotchi or Yamaguchi or all of that, it's like.
Tamagotchi.
No. All right. Continue.
Yeah, we got to move right past that.
Yeah.
Dune Awakening.
Dune Awakening, don't give a fuck.
Because it's an MMO.
I don't give a flying. Yeah, I don't give a flying. I can't do anything with that.
It's funny that they're diving headfirst into Dune shit. I'll say after all this time, they finally found how to milk it.
I mean, like the new Dune stuff, because there is a Dune RTS.
There is
that was
there were glimmers of Dune shit over the years, but now they're like, we need a TV show. We need we need this.
We need the media blitz while it's still.
We got to squeeze it while we have it. Dark and Darker. People kept talking about that one.
I don't know what that is. Maybe I should.
I think it was an old game that they like brought back or something. Let me click on it. They were. I think it's free on Steam.
Is it? Dark and Darker.
Yeah. So Ken was super excited about Dark and Darker. But Ken was also super excited about everything in this
first person. It doesn't. It looks cool. And if it's free, what kind of game is this? Hardcore first-person fantasy-based dungeon crawler extraction game. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like Tarkov, but as a dungeon crawler.
Right. Medieval Tarkov.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's an interesting idea. I'm used to all those kind of games being fucking ugly ass PUBG looking ass games. So
yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. Hyperlight Breaker. I thought that one was cool.
A sequel to Hyperlight Drifter.
This one's been like in the rumor mill for many years.
Is Hyperlight Drifter a Supergiant thing? Or
it's
no?
Not Supergiant.
Oh, okay. I was like, because I know they have a policy where they don't do sequels until fucking Hades 2 happened.
Yeah, no. Hyperlight Drifter is made by Heart Machine.
Heart Machine. Okay.
I don't know who Heart Machine is.
Yeah.
Let me quickly tap on them. Solar Ash is one of their games.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
That's literally it. Hyperlight Drifter. 5 years later, they came out with Solar Ash.
Yeah.
Published by Annapurna.
Yeah.
And then Hyperlight Breaker is finally coming out.
Cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
They're doing like a Risk of Rain thing where they're taking a 2D and making it 3D.
Making it 3D. Yeah. That's probably why it's taking so long to try to math that out, basically.
Yeah. And then Monster Hunter Wilds.
Hunter Wilds.
Another thing there.
I think we've mentioned this before. My big thing was, does it have crossplay? And it does.
Yeah.
So game's going to be good, at least.
Yeah.
At the very, very baseline, the game is going to be good.
Yeah.
Cannot be after Rise and after World. There's no way it can be bad. Like, people like World. I think World's a little tedious. I loved Rise because it was not tedious at all. If it's like between those, I'm good.
And then I need to quickly mention they did announce the price for Astrobot.
Oh yeah, after we talked about it last week. Yeah.
They took our advice. Thank God.
Yeah,
$10 cheaper than the standard $70 price point.
Not 50 like I would have liked, but 60
would have been great.
I think that would have been perfect. 60 is fine.
60 is a successful pitch and story and narrative that they can frame around their game.
Yeah, 60 is less. You like still flipping through games that say $69.90 or $69.99, and then you still see something that's $59. It's like, oh, okay.
And those fucking Best Buy catalogs that you get in the mail right before fucking Black Friday. It's gonna stand out.
And like the character is good looking. It's not a and like I was saying, it's not like this dreary cover of Ellie looking sad on the box. So people can kind of just buy that for anyone and be okay about it.
Sad old white people.
Yeah, just or
covered in blood.
Yeah, covered in blood or covered in rain or some shit. Yeah.
Couple other updates. You already mentioned Street Fighter 6, but Alan Wake 2, the first DLC expansion, looks fucking cool.
Comes out today.
Yes.
Came out today. I guess it's probably out already.
I haven't beaten Alan Wake 2, but it looks fucking cool. Yeah. They're bringing in the Control character. They're really starting to do the Remedy-verse shit for real.
Control character, they have, what's his name from Quantum Break? They have,
the Quantum Break guy.
Yeah, and the other...
Sean Ashmore, whoever the fucking character is.
Fuck, see, I didn't play Alan Wake 2. But they have you play as, what's her name?
As the FBI agent.
Yeah.
The girl, her name is, can't remember.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since I touched it. I need to get back to that game.
Yeah, you should finish it.
That game is very good.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay. It's a very good game. And I'm glad that they're doing, like, they do a good job with the DLC, because even in Alan Wake 1, the DLC was like, it was more story and more content, but not so much that it detracted from the original like story itself. Mm-hmm. So it very much felt like an expansion, but also worthy of like your time. It didn't just feel like fluff, like bullshit.
Yeah. See, the first game is so weird and janky to me that it's rough to go back to.
The first game is very weird. Yeah. It's a rough game for gaming's sake.
Yeah.
But it's a fun experience.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun to just fly through it.
Right.
It's very different from other Remedy games too, because it's just like, the gameplay is not very good. You know
that's what I'm saying. Like, the jump
it's not scary.
Yeah, the jump from the first game, like the first game to the second game, looks wild. It just looking at them.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
It's complete fucking night. It's night and day on two different planets.
Everything about it is different.
So
the tone is different. The pacing is different. The visuals are different. The vibe and atmosphere are completely different.
The presentation,
the presentation's different.
Like the acting is so much better.
The acting is so much fucking better. Yeah.
But these are games, not movies, and it gets the game part. It improves the game part of it too. So it's to me, 2 is a proper like horror game. Yeah, because it's scary, but not in ways that you think it's going to be scary. Which is it's nice. It's not like there's a guy coming to get you. It's like there's weird, creepy shit afoot, and it's like tied to like your own horrific shit in your head, right? And you're like not sure what's real. Like what is
it's good. It's fucking nice. Pow World update.
Don't care. Don't give a shit.
What do you mean you don't care?
I don't give a fuck.
Power World's gonna take Pokemon out, man.
It's not even that. It's just like I'm glad the game exists. I'm glad it's getting updated.
They're putting Pokemon.
I'm glad
putting their ass on grass.
I'm glad people enjoy it, but I just don't give a shit.
I am thinking about. So I touched Power World. I paid for it and I touched it. For a little bit,
You
mostly
for
for a flight, which I got a good 5 to 6 hours out of.
Okay.
It felt early access as hell, so it's nice to have a full. The main thing that I would like to see out of it that will get me to actually play it again and not continue to wait for more updates.
Yeah.
Is whatever the list of quality of life shit is.
Okay. Yeah.
If the game has more polish to it and feels more unique, which is a tall fucking ask.
Yeah, it's
of
a huge
this kind
ask
of a company and
the way it is now.
What these people do. So it's unlikely I'll go back to it. But if it does some shit like that, and that's the kind of sentiment that's being seen online, then I'll probably give it another try.
Okay.
A whole new island is interesting because the first island is so fucking basic. It's so normal looking. It's so default Unreal Engine.
It's just asset flip kind of feeling.
So this new region being all cherry blossoms and a little bit more appealing and engaging to be a part of is intriguing at least. Valorant out on consoles.
That's funny to me.
I didn't realize it wasn't out on consoles.
Oh no, it's in my head, having played it before too. It's a very, very PC game. I guess that's true. It's more of the
T2K
is really fucking low.
Of Overwatch.
You're meant to be clicking, precisely clicking on heads, and your bullet spread is really high. Crouching doesn't help like I thought it did. I had.
So it's a high skill cap game.
Yeah, we were shown by another person that I shouldn't be fucking crouching everything. I was trying to play it the way I
play most.
Imagined playing Counter-Strike before, and it's just not like that. And playing it with a control, there's no crossplay between console and PC, which is probably for the best. Not to mention the PC game having the anti-cheat being nearly malware.
Yeah,
but
fucking root hacking.
Yeah, rootkit kind of shit. The what the fuck was it? But having it on console will be an interesting experience because are they going to introduce aim assist? What are they going to do to make it feel okay on that platform? It's going to be a totally different game.
Did you say it's crossplay?
It's not.
Oh, it's not crossplay.
It's specifically not.
Yeah, and I think that's the key, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're going to keep the sweaty gamers on PC
and then
try to make it a little more fun for on console.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Will it be popular? Will it be popular like it is on PC, or will no one give a shit because it's it's just suboptimal way to play.
Yeah. And then we can wrap it up here with the Among Us animated series.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Honestly, the animation looks kind of good, considering the fact that Among Us itself looks like a fucking Flash game.
I mean, yeah, that's essentially what it is.
The animation of this looks more like late Family Guy, recent Family Guy.
This looks like fan Family Guy kind of thing. This... Not
damn.
Honestly, it's not as bad as what I'm about to say. And in some places it looks okay. In other places it reminds me of that fucking Bored Ape show.
Oh, what Bored Ape show?
I'll show it to you later.
I didn't even know there was a Bored Ape show.
Yeah, I'll show it to you later.
Am I gonna feel bad?
You're gonna feel sick.
Shit.
I'm wondering what they're gonna do to Oh, Phil Lamar's in this? What the fuck? Elijah Wood is in this?
Yeah, the voice cast list is fucking crazy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need to see it.
Yeah.
To know how I feel about it. Because if it's as funny as a game of Among Us can be sometimes, sometimes it can be really fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
But sometimes it can be funny. If it can manage that, then maybe I'll watch a couple episodes.
Yeah.
And see how it goes. I need to look up that.
But yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up for Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, not a whole lot. Well, I guess as Jeff himself mentioned, not a ton of new shit.
Yeah, it's not.
Mostly trailers of things that we already knew about and he was giving release dates for. So there's some value there. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine that we're catching up on the games industry is normalizing.
Yeah,
after,
a little bit.
The huge influx of cash and hiring,
yeah,
countered by the huge firing over the last 6 to 12 months.
Like we got all our pandemic games last year and a little bit of the beginning of this year.
Yep.
And now we're going back to like the fucked up state that the game industry was going in the first place and is going to be in for a little while, which sucks for the people making games. Like I feel for those people. I know plenty of those people. I used to be one of those people in a major way, in a more significant way, I should say, major way. But nowadays it's like, now I just fight for my life in a, never mind, I'm not going to go into that right now. But
topic for another time.
Yeah, for another time.
The struggles of a 9 to 5.
But yeah, so like it's good to see that games are being made. It's good to see that they're still trying to present the games and market them the way they used to. But I think nowadays they probably need a new way to do this, because like the cinematic trailer is whatever now. We need like
that's what we talked about last time too, is in state of play it's like it feels flat.
Yeah,
it feels empty and flat.
Exactly. We live in a world of digital distribution. Indie games are good at this, at providing a demo when they announce a game.
Honestly,
I'd like something
Nintendo
like that.
Does it right. When a game's going to come out in the next 3 months, they got their media roll and they roll it out. You know, Nintendo Directs, full Nintendo Directs are at this point like at best twice a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fine.
Which is completely fine. Like one for the early in the year, another one for we back up. One for like the mid-year, and then another one at the end of the year. We'll get you to like through
That's
the
right.
next,
And companies doing that or publishers doing that themselves makes more sense organically because they are in control of their roadmap and their timelines. Having, trying to go back to this weird E3 type model that Jeff Keighley's pushing for, to like try to force publishers as like a weird marketing sales tactic to be like, oh, you really should be doing this.
You should be making trailers.
You got to be putting a trailer out here. It in this world of digital distribution, it's unnecessary, and he's adding like pressure unnecessarily.
Yeah, and it's just hard to show somebody how a game feels to play.
Yeah,
it's like you need to let people play it, and without a trade show that people are visiting.
Put the trailer out,
even though the Summer Game Fest is in place. Yeah,
and let people do it.
Yeah, not every game needs a demo. I'll admit that, but it'd be nice to get like a maybe 30-minute demo of a game. And demos are hard to make. I'm fully aware of that, but maybe plan for that when you're building your announcement or something like that. If you have, if it's close enough to release that you can do something like that, you should do it. Yeah, you should do it.
There's 2 trailers that every game needs. One is the announcement trailer, so people can start wish listing it.
Yeah.
Second is the gameplay and or demo trailer, imminent before release.
Yeah.
And then the last is like on release day.
Right. And those 3 should not be too far from each other.
Right.
Because you'll have another fucking Wukong situation where I like don't care about it.
It shouldn't exceed a year. The total hype cycle, I think, should not be longer than a year.
I think 2 years is the limit.
Probably depends on the scope and visibility of the game.
Yeah.
Mario game, 2 years makes sense. But
actually, I think that's the opposite. I don't think 2 years makes sense for a Mario game. I think 2 years is too long.
Like a Mario Odyssey type game?
I think that's too long.
Interesting.
I think that's way too long, especially now. I think that's way too long. I think when you see a Mario game, you kind of know what you're getting.
Well, I mean, Nintendo's also set their own precedent that it's just not going to be more than 6 months from the time they know. Like they learned their lesson in this console generation with things like Bayonetta 3 and Tears of the Kingdom,
Tears of the Kingdom, Metroid Prime 4 especially. So
like it's just not going to happen for them again. Yeah. I think other people can learn their lesson.
Yeah. So.
All right.
But yeah, I think we're good.
We're good. You got to hire fans?
No. I know it's my homework, but I've been thinking about other shit.
We're not hiring any fans today.
Okay.
Fans need to work harder. Now that you got laid off, you got all the time in the world to make some good shit.
Yeah.
For us to
No, that's not cool. That's not a cool thing to say. I just said like that's cool. No, don't.
I'm fucking around.
Yeah, fucking don't. If you get laid off from making your fucking games, dog, don't listen to Ben.
No, don't listen to me.
All right.
You have every right to be upset.
Yeah.
To do whatever you want with your life. All right. Cool. On that note.
What's the list? List them off.
We are on. Spread the word, spread the news, spread the gospel of Memory League.
Christ.
Send us an email at thememoryleaguepodcast@gmail.com. We're on iHeartRadio, Podbean, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And until next time, gamers with a hard G and a hard Z.
Jesus Christ.
Deuces.
Peace the fuck out. Oh my God.